Hi there, welcome back. Welcome to the second episode of Hidden Gems, a series where we talk about every single card that you have to get for every single position, and does not matter if you have started playing the game today or if you have been playing the game since it launched because you have no friends just like me. Rest in peace, brother. You also get cards right here. First episode was all about strikers, and we asked you in the comments what do you want to see next. Somehow you all wanted defenders because your life and also your team needs defending. I completely get that, but of course in the comments today let me know what position you want to see next. And before we begin, a huge shout out to Positive and Sting, our lovely moderators who have helped put all of this together. And with that, let's first get into what the categories are, what our pre-requirements are, and then head first into the first category. The three categories that we always have for Hidden Gems, of course, are beginner, intermediate, advanced, and then one category for the true rich boys, the ones who have been investing for a while. It is the premium category. For every single card, majority of cases, I would say in sort of the lower levels, I would recommend getting all these cards with a red rank up and also with 4.25 million coins for level training saved up. So basically up to level 20 red rank and level 20 for cards beginner, intermediate and advanced at least. Now while all of these are out of the way, let's get into our first card in the beginners category. This is your day 1 card, but even though it's definitely not your day 2 skip kind of a card. This is Ibanez. Honestly, at 87, I don't know what more I could have asked for. You'll see some common things that we focus on, of course, in Hidden Gems. One of them is having decent pace along with decent enough work rates, which is medium high, along with again a bonus of dives into tackles. Now with someone like Ibanez, of course, you need a low medium pair or a low high pair, and for that we have the ideal card at 89. So for beginner, we don't go above 90, and this card is Kim Min Jae. Now Kim Min Jae has great physical, great defending. You will see Kim Min Jae get featured like about 15 times. We simply cannot avoid this card because he also has a trait combo which is amazing, dives into tackles, power header, and low high work rate as well. All around like the best card that you can get. Does not matter his overall, does not matter the range. And you'll have to remember, of course, since this is beginner, you want to get these cards red ranked, which means your costs will be around 2.06 million for Ibanez and then around 4.5 million for Kim Min Jae, with our honorable mentions being Saliba and Schotterbeck here. See, these two cards are great too. It's just the fact that Schotterbeck kind of has a work rate issue, which is why we could not take him over Kim Min Jae. And then Saliba sometimes get a little bit off position, which is why we couldn't really take him over, our Ibanez. But once you have taken these cards, you have ranked them up. Let me show you how they look like. This is Schotterbeck for you. This is Kim Min Jae. And finally, our true hidden gem of beginner. Here is Ibanez for you at 2.5 million, 101 pace, 125 defending at the beginner category itself. Now with the beginners out of the way, now we are focusing on intermediates, which is around 89 to 90 overall. And what I can say about beginners is that while these are your day 1 cards, you are looking at this intermediate category for cards that can almost support you up to FC champion. These are honestly great cards with rank ups, and in this department our number 1 choice, while the name might be a bit counterintuitive, is Louis Dunk. This is the card you'll use to dunk on your haters in FC, and that is because of this straight list. This card is medium high with more trades than I have subscribers, it feels like at this point. This card has solid player, dives into tackles, power header, amazing card. And of course in a while I'll show you the rank ups and all. Medium high though, so with him we need a great pair in low high, and of course that will be Ricardo Carvalho right here if you want him. This card has low high, so not a bad pair at all, along with dives into tackles, leadership, great trades. Just the only problem being a little lower on the pace front. So we can get into our honorable mentions, which is Rudiger and Lucio. See, Lucio is amazing. I like Lucio personally. I would pair him with Dunk, but this is also a medium high card, and again slightly more aggressive than I would like. Same issue with Rudiger. You can try and play with either of them. It's the fact that Lucio is slightly cheaper though, which is why I like him more in this category. But personally I would still pair Cavallio with Dunk just because of that work rate synergy. But speaking of the synergies, what does our rank up situation look like for these cards? And again, let me remind you, we really want red rank plus level 20, and now that I show you these, you'll understand why. It's because here is Lucio at red rank with training 20, 96 pace, 130 defending, we've already crossed at intermediate. Then Ricardo Cavallio, 131, great numbers. Luis Dunk, my favorite of the lot, 125, a little lower, but again, remember those traits, don't forget. And lastly, Rudiger right here, 97 pace. Personally, I have played with Rudiger, a bit underwhelmed by his positioning, a bit more aggressive. If you like him though, why not? Go for Rudiger. Now for our next category, which is advanced, if you look here, we simply had way too many options, but we had to select our top 4. So 2 in the starters and 2 in honorable mentions. I just want to show you the entire list to make you understand that, you know, this was simply one of the better categories for center back. But our top 2 feature here has to be number 1, team of the year, Kim Min-jae. Again, I told you Kim Min-jae will appear like 5 times in the list, just basically an upgraded version of your team of the week version. We still have one more team of the year, Kim Min-jae, coming up though. With him, however, I want you to pair Vidic, and again, it's okay if you cannot get the red ranked version of these. Trust me, even if you get like a purple, it's great because these cards simply cost a lot more. And again, for Vidic, the only thing I'll show you is the traits, dives into tackles, power header, the ideal pair for someone like Kim Min-jae who has low high. So while your pair is Kim Min-jae and Vidic, we have honorable mentions, of course. Who would forget Maldini? Now the only thing about Maldini is that he's a little bit weaker this year in the aerial department. At least this card is, I have faced base icon though, so again, great numbers for a base icon and slightly cheaper than again the 97 Maldini. So if you want to play with a Maldini card, this is the one you would want to go for. And lastly, of course, who can forget Van Dijk? Again, another card which is yet to make its bigger feature, but a little bit lower on pace for a 94 rated card, I feel like. Overall though, this is still Van Dijk. Just if you want to play him in advanced category, he is a bit more on the expensive side. Like for example, you get Vidic for 7 mil, you get Van Dijk for 22 mil. So if you want to keep the budgets lower, your target is someone like Vidic though. And here is the rank up situation, number 1 being Vidic, and also you can see the cost right here too. This card is great at like 134 defending. What more can we say? With him though, we want 138 defending Kim Min-jae pair, around 72 million. So this pair will cost you very close to like 140-50 million, which for advanced I would say is a very good number. 150 million for 2 cards. Van Dijk, however, single-handedly cost 74 million at red rank, so a bit more expensive. And lastly, base icon Maldini, 42 million, and great numbers, 134 defending. But just remember, Maldini has the same defending stats as TOTY Kim Min-jae, which is why he is great, and which is why we cannot forget about Kim Min-jae when we get into our biggest category yet. That is the premium category. Now premium is where you get the least options and you spend the highest market value. This year though, the premium cards are almost on the same level in some cases as advanced, just because of the exchanges and all. With that out of the way, the best card by far in the game as a center back is Maldini. Simply nothing to say. This is the 97 rated version. They have put him in with 104 pace at base level. You cannot get his red rank version either because you are not a billionaire yet, but that is fine. Just get his like blue or purple. That's very good too. I really don't have much to say for this card except for the fact that to make up for some headers, some cross spammers, you need to pair him with 95 Van Dijk TOTY. Remember, I was telling you his big feature is coming. They fixed the pace with this one, 88 pace, 100 defending, 100 physical with power header. I love this pair. Like if you build this pair, please do not play any matches with me. I simply do not want to see you in any head-to-head. But our honorable mentions here are Saliba and Kim Min-jae. Again, two TOTYs that are extremely cheap at the moment, which is why I like them quite a lot. You can take Ruben Diaz though, but I personally would prefer Saliba and Kim Min-jae as a pair if you want to build a premium pair in a budget. Once you decide to rank them up, this is 101 Maldini, simply the best center back in the game. 270 million for red rank, 105 pace, 144 defending, need we say more? This is Kim Min-jae, 99 center back, very comparable. Again, this card is 130 million if you decide to buy him at red rank. I would go for this Saliba though, 102 pace, 122, 122. And again, this card costs a bit lower, which is great in premium category. Again, that 156 million. So you're looking at almost 300 million for this Kim Min-jae and Saliba pair. Lastly, Van Dijk, 153 million. If you want to get a card in this range, you should get Van Dijk. There is simply nobody else that does it like him. But with that, we have reached the end of Hidden Gem Center Back Edition. Let me know if you use any of these cards. How do you feel about any of them? And if I missed any of the cards that should be featured here. As always, thanks for watching. I will catch you in another one. Of course, whichever one Hidden Gems you'll ask me to do next. Bye bye.